Looking back now, I can't believe how long it took me to understand what was really happening. I spent 24 years in a relationship with a woman I now understand was a covert narcissist. And I wasn't just in love with her, I was trauma bonded to her. If you've ever felt addicted to someone who keeps hurting you, if you've left a relationship but feel pulled back in, or if you find yourself apologizing for being hurt, this might hit home. Part 1. How it started. The attraction and the first confusion. When I first met her, there was an intensity I couldn't explain. She was magnetic, confident. She made me feel like I was the only one in the room. And honestly, I was flattered that someone like her was interested in me. Things moved fast, emotionally, physically, even spiritually. I thought I had found someone who saw me in a way no one else did. But what I didn't realize was that I was already being groomed for dependency. I mistook her intensity for intimacy. I mistook control for care. I remember the first fight so clearly. It came out of nowhere. We were spending the day together, and I hadn't made a plan. Nothing big, no missed reservations, no forgotten events. Just a lack of structure. She suddenly snapped, accused me of being thoughtless, said I obviously didn't care. I was caught completely off guard, and instead of setting a boundary, I apologized. I made it about me. That was the start of the confusion, the walking on eggshells, the beginning of the trauma bond. Part 2. The cruelty behind closed doors. As the years went on, the cruelty got worse. I was never enough, and I was constantly being reminded of it. During fights, she would say things like, "You belong in the gutter, where you came from. You're useless, spineless. Name one other woman who would ever put up with you. You've never met a single one of my expectations." It was like being psychologically skinned alive. And the thing is, I started believing it. I thought, maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe she's right. But here's the twisted part. After the storm, there was always calm. She'd be sweet. We'd laugh again. She'd tell me I was her safe place, that no one else got her like I did. And that's how trauma bonds work. The cycle of cruelty and kindness creates a kind of emotional addiction. Your nervous system gets rewired, you confuse pain with passion, and instead of walking away, you wait for the good times to come back. Part 3. Vulnerability turned against me. When I finally started opening up about how I felt, when I told her I felt neglected, unloved, even invisible, she didn't comfort me. She didn't ask what I needed. She started talking about her ex-boyfriends, how they made her feel, what they gave her. She'd say things like, "They made me feel adored, desired, alive," while I sat there, bleeding emotionally. It wasn't just invalidation, it was psychological sabotage. And still, I stayed. Part 4. Understanding trauma bonds. Here's what I've come to understand through research, therapy, and Jungian psychology. A trauma bond forms when intense emotional experiences, especially fear, guilt, and hope, are repeated in a cycle. The bond isn't love, it's survival, and most of us don't even realize we're caught in it. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That's what trauma bonds do. They keep us reliving the same patterns because part of us unconsciously believes we deserve it, or that this is what love feels like. Psychologist Patrick Carnes, who coined the term trauma bonding, said it best. Trauma bonds look like loyalty. They feel like love, but they are built on power, abuse, and control. If you're in a trauma bond, you might feel addicted to the person who's hurting you, unable to leave, even if you know it's toxic, responsible for their moods or reactions, constantly apologizing for needing anything. Part 5. My Awakening and What I Know. Now, after 24 years, I finally started to see it for what it was. Not love, not devotion, but a cycle of emotional control masked as a relationship. And that realization didn't come overnight. It came through slow, painful honesty, through learning about the shadow, the parts of ourselves we disown that end up running the show. Jung believed that healing starts when we turn inward, when we stop looking at others to tell us who we are and start reclaiming what we gave away. Closing message. If anything in my story feels familiar, please know it's not your fault. You're not weak. You're not crazy. You're likely caught in a trauma bond, and breaking it may be the hardest thing you'll ever do, but it's also the most powerful. You deserve peace. You deserve respect. You deserve real love, the kind that doesn't make you question your worth. And if you're not there yet, it's okay. Just start by noticing the pattern, because awareness is the beginning of freedom. Consider subscribing to my channel and follow along as I release new videos on my experience and working towards my freedom and my way out to rebuild my life, to live free from abuse.